Development at 6. Seattle's new police chief says officers are stretched thin following a violent 4-day stretch. Good evening, I'm Steve Solis.
And I'm Mary Nom. The 3 homicides in 4 days have undone some of the progress made by the city to drive down violent crime. The first shooting happened Thursday night outside a church in the University District. Sunday morning, a man was shot and killed outside a rave on 1st Avenue South. Less than 2 hours later, a man was found dead in a parking lot near a crashed sports car. KOMO's Jeremy Harris is live now with this update for us. Jeremy?
Well, Mary and Steve, after years of record-level homicides here in Seattle, the data this year is trending in the right direction. It's going down, but that is little comfort to the families of those affected by the recent string of homicides, including over the weekend where 2 people were shot right here in SODO, and police were racing to keep up. The start of August was violent in Seattle. Over the weekend, multiple shootings kept police busy. Dozens of evidence markers were laid out as detectives picked up shell casings here on 1st Avenue South, where a man was killed outside a rave. Up the road, another man was found dead near this sports car.
Again, one weekend does not make the entire year, but I thought it was very important, as chief of police, to be out and let you know what we saw this weekend.
Seattle Police Chief Shon Barnes said even with this spate of summer violence, homicides and violent crimes are still trending down in the city.
Yeah, the only concern is whenever we talk about crime going down, crime immediately goes up the following weekend.
But the homicides and shootings were only part of the problem this weekend. Thin ranks at the SPD are still causing slow response times, and police are stretched thin. This weekend in Capitol Hill, police were called to a large crowd fighting, but there weren't enough officers to break it up. A supervisor wrote in a report that officers monitored the Capitol Hill area as bars let out, but, quote, subsequent calls pulled our few remaining officers from the area, including an infant not breathing and a suicidal 10-year-old with a knife barricaded in a bathroom while drinking bleach. Barnes also addressed the still unsolved murder of a man outside a church in the University District last week.
And it's not just the impact on the person who obviously lost their lives, but I see the family members. I see the officers as well. The look in their eyes when they're looking for every piece of evidence in grass. I see the community members as they gather behind some of your cameras and wanted to know what happened in their community. And certainly we had some unfortunate incidents of gun violence. But I think there's a lot of work to be done. We're ready to do that work.
Seattle police tell me that this year they have investigated 25 homicides, and historically July and August have been the 2 most violent months for the city. Last year there were over 60 homicides. The year before that, 2023, was when we set that record at 74 homicides here in the city. The prosecutor's office tells me they track this as well because they have to screen some of these homicide cases. They say their screenings for homicides countywide this year are down by about 20%. Reporting live in Seattle, Jeremy Harris, KOMO News.
Jeremy